Hey guys, how's it going? This is Yusei D-Wheeler here, and we are back with more Fate Grand Order. We got Lostbelt 5, the Olympus section. And yeah, it's been a few days break because we had like the Uno collab and all that stuff. And why does my VTuber model keep looking down? Back. No. Alright, cool. That's good enough. But yeah, so last time we fought and defeated the Dioscuri twins, and we also learned that eventually Muramasa is going to try and betray us because like he is still a disciple of the fallen god, so he's got to do that job too. So yeah, but now we have the article for the grand summoning ritual, so let us see where this takes us. Don't mind me. We're just gonna keep going with my horrible voice acting and non-husbando material, because that's what Hana said last time. Alrighty. Directly beneath the fifth tree of emptiness, Magellan. Interstellis mountainous city Olympus. Great orbital shrine Olympia Dodana, the center of its operations.
This will be neither sacrifice nor prayer.
Ooh, felt a little weird on that one.
All we seek is the King of the Gods' judgment. He has ruled the heavens since the dawn of time, emerging triumphant in no less than 4 Machia. By day, he rules over the clear blue skies. By night, he conquers what lies beyond them. He is the wielder of the great thunderbolts, capable of shattering stars, galaxies, even the very universe. None less than the authorities of Uranus and Cronus bow to his will.
Oh yeah, he was taking over Europa's role, because Europa's on our side.
Oh yes, he is the great Demiurge, the one who wields the Cronus crown for all eternity. Almighty Zeus, please, grace us with your presence. Tell us what should be done with this cowardly, treacherous queen.
Europa. I trust you understand why you, my priestess and queen, stand here awaiting sentence like a common criminal.
Lord Zeus. Well now, I simply must ask, what in the world were you thinking, oh queen? Indeed, you are Heavenly Zeus's queen and priestess. You are the direct recipient of his love. And yet, this is how you repay him? With treason and treachery? It was your guidance that enabled the pitiful dregs of the 4th Machia to vanquish both Demeter and Aphrodite. Ah, how tragic. Ah, how shameful. Even worse, it was all for nothing. No matter how hard you struggle, your proper human history home will never return. There is no longer a Europe to call you mother. What a waste! What utter foolishness! I suppose this is simply what comes of letting humans act on their feelings.
Enough. You know we have no reason to involve ourselves with Olympus's affairs, Limbo. Our only job is to await the foreign god's advent. Your interference has far overstepped its bounds.
Oh, believe me, I was very uncertain as to whether I should get involved. But when I saw such a deplorable spectacle unfolding before my very eyes, why, I simply couldn't help but take matters into my own hands. Indeed, if offering up my own head would make things right, it would be a small price to pay.
Gods from foreign lands. The time of judgment is at hand. There will be silence in my great shrine.
Yes, of course. My most humble apologies. In that case, yes, by all means. We disciples of the foreign god humbly await your most just and righteous decision, O mighty Zeus. Please, take all the time you need.
What's gonna happen to Europa? If they're dragging her onto Zeus's altar, it's gotta be because they're about to cut her head off, right?
Very possibly.
Damn it! I don't get it. Europa still hasn't told them our names, even though we'd make perfect scapegoats. Why not? If she just tells them us cryptors made her do it, I'm sure they'd at least spare her life.
Calm down, Kadoc. You really should learn to think before one speaks of the... You really should learn to think before you speak one of these days. I know Zeus agreed not to listen in on our conversation as part of his contract with Castaria. But we don't know for sure if he's keeping his word.
You're right. I'm sorry.
That said, the fact that his thunderbolts haven't already burnt us to a crisp is a good sign that he is. As for Europa, it's really not hard if you think about it. There's a very simple reason she's not saying anything. It's because she doesn't want you to die here. Or me, for that matter. Besides, I'm pretty sure she hasn't given up yet. Even now, she's chosen to remain materialized instead of ending her own life.
She's really strong, isn't she?
Well, of course she is. You don't get to be the mother of Europe by being weak. Kadoc.
I'm gonna go see Wodime. I don't know if it'll make any difference, but I'm gonna try coming clean.
Go for it. In the meantime, I've got something of my own I want to try.
You're not gonna kill yourself, are you?
Of course not. There's no way I'm dying in a world without David in it. No, I'm just going to make certain cartoonishly evil I'm just going to make sure a certain cartoonishly evil monk gets a bit of comeuppance.
Europa. I do not think you have gone mad. I am certain you agonize over the choice you made. However, you should have said something to me before settling down your chosen path. If you had done that, we could have avoided needless bloodshed, and gods who are now dead would still be alive. What a tragedy. I loved you. In you, I saw a chance for our Lostbelt and your human history to reach an understanding. But it seems your blood ties to your original world were stronger than I realized. What is done, as well as I know. But I must ask you all the same. Why? This Lostbelt, this world over which I rule, is the path this world must take for the Earth to be restored. For mythology to be restored. This is the path humans are meant to follow. And yet... Why, my queen? Why did you do it?
O kind and gentle Zeus. Alas, what you feel for humans like myself, my dearest Zeus, is not love. You are a great protector of humans. You do a wonderful job guiding us. I can even see genuine compassion in your eyes when you look upon us. It is, however, not the manner in which looks upon equals. It is the manner in which one looks upon pets. Surely in your great omnipotence you must already know that.
Europa. Indeed I do. The love we give to humanity has been the love one has for pets ever since we awoke as gods. Perhaps things would have been different back then. Back when we were but unthinking ships with only enough intelligence to cross the sea of stars.
No, my dear Zeus, I am afraid you are mistaken. Humanity would never have loved a ship without a heart at all. Almighty Zeus, King of the Gods, I am overjoyed that you decided to take a form that resembles ours.
Europa, I have no doubt that the love you feel for me is genuine. However, I cannot overlook the sins you committed by aiding the deaths of two gods. Even my twin children, the Dioscuri, are now gone from my interstellar mountainous city, thanks indirectly to you. Thus, it is with a heavy heart that I must pass judgment upon you. No, don't do it. Ah. Attention, my beloved citizens of Olympus. I, the all-powerful Zeus, bring you news from atop great orbital shrine Olympia Dodona. A decision has been made. A decision has been made. Queen Europa, my beloved emissary from proper human history, has regrettably committed a grave sin. Decide. Weep and wail, my beloved citizens. Your lamentations are my tears. Your wails are my anguish. At noon today, upon Olympia Dodona's great altar, there will be a public execution of Queen Europa. My beloved citizens, you will all be shown video of the execution. Watch it closely. Let tears spill down your cheeks. Once the execution is over, you'll be permitted to mourn the loss of our queen for the next 100 years. Well, damn, alright. Okay, next segment. Alrighty. Berserker Lantern Caster. Now then, okay. Sorry, folks, just checking stuff. Sorry about that, folks. Alrighty. Who do I need to bring? I'm feeling a bit more Mordred right now. But... bring Canis along. I think this will do it. Give me a sec, folks. Got to turn on my tablet. There we go. Foe, foe, foe! I am bored foe. Please entertain me, foe.
Did you hear that, Senpai? They're going to publicly execute.
I've heard. We've got to do something. Easy there, young man. I can't have you running off yet again when we've only just re-established our connection.
Just to make sure, you are safe and sound back in the Alliance base, yes? Good. Now hold on just a moment. I've just figured going over your latest reports, and I need a moment to think. Putting aside the fact that your recent run-in with Tomamovich Koyanskaya is condensed into a single line that simply says, encountered and fought Tomamovich Koyanskaya.
Oh yes, I took the liberty of abridging our battle report, as she continues to be a rather sore subject for Gordolf.
There we go.
In the meantime, I would appreciate it if you kept the truth about her identity just between us, at least until our mission here is concluded. True, we don't have time to worry about her right now anyway.
I'd say, why are you all hushed up over there? We can hardly afford to be confused right now. I also see that Grand Summon Article Aether is now in your possession. Good, good. It's most unfortunate that this collaborator Queen Europa was captured. It's also a great shame that you lost a capable ally in Prometheus Hephaestus, and that the enemy now knows about your underground hideout. However, in spite of all that, we are by no means at a disadvantage. Thankfully, Queen Europa's execution does not change our situation, which is the most important thing. Really, now that the Aether is safely in our possession, it seems to me her role in the operation is over. Am I wrong?
Well, true. I doubt the collaborator will have a major part to play from here on. While this will, of course, be easier said than done, for the final phase of Operation God Destroyer, we need only to activate Aether in front of Zeus. As such, painful though it may be, there is nothing for us to gain by rescuing Queen Europa from her public execution. If anything, the prudent thing would be to stay far away, as it is likely a trap designed to lure us and wipe us all out at once.
Hear, hear. Even I can see what an obvious trap this is. And besides, the fact is, at this point, whatever happens to her has no effect on us. Yes, no effect at all. You do understand what I'm getting at, don't you? Listen, this is difficult to say, but...
We are fighting a war, and in times of war, one must sometimes make unpleasant decisions, even be callous. Give me a sec, folks. Give me a second. So as someone who has walked the path of cruelty and callousness myself, let me offer you this advice. Now is not the time to deliberate. Whatever you decide, I urge you to make your choice quickly.
So you think we should make up our minds soon, Emperor Caligula?
Indeed I do, Shield Maiden. Foe! Foe does not like this situation, foe. Right now, our ultimate objective is to cut down the Tree of Emptiness. And to do that, we'll also need to slay Zeus. Of course, we know what will happen if we're successful. Cutting down the Tree of Emptiness will end this Lostbelt, causing all of Olympus to disappear. And Adele and me will probably both end up dying. Foe! Please don't make us feel bad, foe.
We've never been able to observe from the inside exactly what happens to a Lostbelt when it disappears from Earth. So I can't say for sure what will happen. But yes, we expect everything will disappear. And the chance of any life forms inside the Lostbelt surviving is vanishingly small. Yes, we understand. The gods once told us that the destruction of the Tree of Emptiness would mean the death of all of Olympus. We knew that, and we still chose to remain in the God Destroyer Alliance.
Even if we're all going to die anyway, once we succeed, Queen Europa doesn't deserve to be executed. She should at least have a more dignified death. No, that's not it. That's not really how I feel. That's only a pretext, an excuse. Everyone in Olympus gave up on being a father or a mother or any kind of parental figure long ago. They're all just things to be protected, mindless reeds who never think about anything besides prostrating themselves before the gods. But something about Lady Europa reminded me of my mother. I see. So she doesn't see humans like you and Miss Adele as mere things to be protected, but rather as children whom she wants to learn and grow as a true parent would. Yeah, that's right. I know we only spent a tiny bit of time with her last night, but when I saw her grieving 10,000 years we spent in When I saw her grieving the 10,000 years we spent in stagnation, and how she and Adele laughed together, for a moment, it felt like I was looking at our mother again.
Your mother?
Whoa! Yeah. As far as Olympus is concerned, no, that's not it. As far as we're concerned, Queen Europa's the last mother to ever look out for us. She's the last person who ever wished for a future where we can learn and grow. That's why I
want to witness the Tree of Emptiness' destruction and face our final moments with her, together. Your final moments, huh? Yes, that's how we feel.
Sister.
I feel the same way, Macarios.
There is dignity in death. As an anti-hero who stole that dignity from far too many people, Yusaku, I too would ask that you grant their wish, so that the end of all things past may at least be a peaceful one. Indeed, that is also the wish held by many lives I stole, lives that were lost thousands of years ago, and whose wish even now resonates firmly within my soul.
I don't get it. I just don't get it. I could never make a choice that I knew would result in my death. Hell, I don't even want to think about making one, or to remember that such choices even exist. But that being said, I would never reject another's choice made under such circumstances. Neither would I mock or deride it. I just find it very sad. And I do understand that if there was only one thing one could ask for in their final moments, it would be to share those moments with someone precious to them.
I'm really liking Gordolf a lot. I really am.
Well, not me, of course. Certainly not me. As a mage, my mind easily transcends such mundane human concerns. At any rate, very well, Adele and Macarios. I understand how you feel. So I think, under the circumstances...
Okay. Let's go stop Queen Europa's execution.
Right, exactly. Besides, you two have done nothing but help us ever since we arrived. And while I'd like to reward you at the moment, I can't even present you with a single freshly baked croissant. So, while this will undoubtedly be risky, if this is the best reward the God Destroyer Alliance could ever ask for, then we at Chaldea are more than willing to help. Hang on, you already agreed. Why couldn't you let me have finished my little speech first?
Sorry about that, Director, and thanks.
Foe, let us be heroes, foe.
guys.
Thank you so much. We know we're being very selfish, but... Selfish my ass, you don't need to thank us. Besides, we know plenty well by now how far you two are willing to go for what you believe in. I barely remember what my own mother looked like, but if I could, I'm sure I'd wanted to protect her too. So yeah, no way we're going to ignore your request and go our separate ways after everything you've done for us.
Exactly.
It seems we've reached an agreement that our next stop is the Great Orbital Shrine Olympia Dodana.
Finally, Operation God Destroyer will Operation God Destroyer will be taking the fight to the enemy. You better not mess this last part up. Now, we want to encourage them, not discourage them. Good luck, everyone.
Ah yeah, it's time for the final golden attack. Let's go teach that asshole Zeus a thing or two.
But first, Canis. Oh, you finally wrapped up the sappy crap. About damn time. Also, you know your samurai intuition or whatever can be kind of creepy. Canis, you're in your spirit form? Pick up your damn shield. You sense that? There's official guards heading into about every damn room in the underground. I knew those Dioscuri bastards must have tipped them off about us. Check it out. They're crawling up our collective ass even as we speak. Canis is right. I'm picking up dozens of clearly hostile magical energy signals near the Alliance base.
Foe! Foe! Let us get out of here, foe! Target spotted. There you are, vile Chaldeans. I see the God Destroyer Alliance is here too. Listen up, you scum. Do what we say and we'll grant you the mercy of a painless death. But if you should throw the slightest hint of resistance, we will bring the full force of Olympus we shall. But if you should show the slightest hint of resistance, we will bring the full force of the Olympus official guard down upon your heads. What is your answer? Get ready to fight.
Understood. Activating Artonex's emergency combat mode. Engaging auto maintenance functionality. Output at 60, 70. Stabilized at just over 70%. The Aegis' protection is still in effect. Commencing battle.
Alright. Alright. Here we go.
一匹残らずぶっ飛ばす。ぶっ込むわよ。ゴージャスに。我がよし。しゃあ。
Here you go.
我は王にあらず。その後ろを歩む者。グラレント。ひねり潰す。なめんじゃねえぞ。首が消えればおとなしくなるか。
He took away my NP and just gave it back to me.
中だな。他にやることないの？じゃあこういうのどうだ？つまり途中だな。他にやることないの？
ったくしょうがねえな。ったくしょうがねえな。我が剣にしゃあ了解だ。我は王にあらずその後ろを歩むんだ。クラレントブラスター！ぶっ込むわよ。
Alright. Here we go.
さあ100倍返しのお時間よ。はいいいのよ。これは憎悪によって磨かれた我が魂の宝刀ラフロンドメント・デュヘイ。なめんな。ここがあんたの終わりよ。
これでも勝ちは勝ちだよな。うん。
All hostiles have temporarily disappeared. We've subdued the guards. Huh, these guards are nothing now. I must have gotten even stronger than I was before. We all know that they're just as tough as ever, Canis. We just happen to have momentum on our side at the moment. But that won't be the case if we have to face 2 more waves in here, so we better get while the getting's good. I know, I just felt like saying it. And why the hell do you talk so weirdly sometimes? Cut it out, it gets on my nerves. Aw, now, what you got against cowgirls? We ain't nothing if not charming as all get out.
As all get out? We'll have to abandon this base. Come on, we can get to the surface from the southern corridor. Hurry. Corridor.
Nikola Tesla, heroic spirits.
Well, this doesn't look good. I'm afraid our circuits were damaged during that battle. I hate to say it, but it seems this is as far as we go. But please, don't worry about us, my lady. We've already said our goodbyes.
At least our heroic spirit cells have. Remember, we're just AIs using their personas.
Indeed, and they certainly couldn't program emotions into us on top of everything else. So while we may not feel sad at this parting, it was still an honor to have fought by your sides, even if we are only heartless AIs.
Not at all. The honor was all ours.
Thanks, everyone. Farewell, Master of Chaldea. Foe, foe! You shall always be remembered in foe's memory, foe. We're currently directly underneath Alta Town. We should be able to see the great orbital shrine up in the sky once we reach the surface. Our first step will be to escape the surface, while our second will be to use the aircraft to take flight. From there, we'll make our way directly to the shrine. Will that work, Makarios? Shouldn't be a problem.
Hey, mustache!
Are you talking to me? What is it? Do you have an issue with my decision?
Nah, I'm sure you didn't make that call lightly. Now, if you just agreed to go along on the spur of the moment because the twin speech moved you or some crap, then I'd be smashing your fat face in. But nah, you were actually weirdly persuasive back there. Hey, Gordolf Music!
You used my name. What is it now?
Once we leave the base, we're gonna be fighting off the enemies left and right. So since we might not get another chance to talk, I'm gonna go ahead and say this now. I will kill Zeus. On that, you have my word. And when I do, we'll officially be even. You good with that?
Absolutely. That sounds more than acceptable. Good luck, Canis. Also, once you all take to the skies, we'll be right behind you in the storm border.
Oh, so the storm border will be joining the fray as well. Now, it's truly starting to feel like the final showdown is upon us.
While I doubt we'll be able to control the skies completely, we can at least throw them into confusion. We can do that much, right, technical advisor?
Yeah, we can. I personally guarantee it. At long last, it's time for us to take to the skies of Olympus.
You're back, but what do you mean take to the skies?
Captain's just about back up on his feet now, too. From here on, the storm border will be here to back you guys up. First, we need to get it rebooted, but once we do that, we'll be ready to unveil its special flight capabilities. Which means the next time we see each other, it'll be up in the big blue yonder. So make sure you survive long enough to take flight, and we'll do our best to survive long enough to reach the Great Orbital Shrine's airspace.
Sounds good. Another no battle section. I'm sorry to interrupt, Kadoc, but we've got wyverns.
Are you kidding me? I just defeated a servant. I'm running on fumes here.
Oh, I see. Fortunately, I still have a little magical energy to spare myself.
Oh, is that so? Must be nice for you being a hotshot elite with magical circuits out your ass. Damn it, what the hell's with all those wyverns? I can't believe they're actually blotting out the sky. Not even the tropiest of tropey blockbusters would resort to a played-out cliche like this. What are two masters alone supposed to do against numbers like that? You said it. I would expect the French of all people to go with something more avant-garde. What the hell kind of snark is that? Just because I'm using movie comparisons doesn't mean you should too. Oh, come on. Now you're sulking? I'm the one who feels like sulking. Ugh, come on, let's just get out of here. There's no way we can win. First, we're gonna find... Okay. First, we're gonna find a ley line. Then we're gonna summon a servant and start fighting back. Got that, Wodime? It's kind of funny seeing these two go work together like this. I'm sure as hell not giving up without a fight. We can't afford to lose, not with all of humanity counting on us. I already took my tendency to whine in my inferiority complex. I already took the tendency to whine in my inferiority complex and tossed them into the Seine yesterday, so I'm ready to do this in one way or another. Yes, exactly, Kadoc. You're a much stronger and more obstinate mage than you give yourself credit for. Good grief. Just our luck that this one would be Rome, where seasoned emperors are alive and well.
I wonder if the 5 good emperors are here too. I've always secretly admired Emperor Hadrian. Is this a memory?
Didn't I warn you to keep that sort of fanboying to a minimum, Wodime? As if you babbled about in France wasn't bad enough. Hold on, Ophelia. If you used the Octatriumph as a catalyst, do you think we could summon Napoleon? I couldn't believe it. Besides, that singularity was in 1431, and the Octatriumph d'Etoile wasn't built until 1836. So it wouldn't have even been there in the first place.
I'm not so sure. If history becomes modeled in singularities, why not space-time too?
Please try to take this seriously. Whatever happened to your usual cool-headed self? Alright, listen up. I'll handle direct combat. You'll handle things like negotiating with the locals, ascertaining the situation, and coming up with plans. Any objections?
Not at all. You're much more capable in battle than I am, so I'm happy to let you take care of it.
I swear, I didn't even know you were capable of being so accommodating. Do I really have to remind you that we're the last 2 masters who have been entrusted with restoring humanity? This is the whole reason we were invited to Chaldea. We can't afford to make so much as a single mistake. So let's go do what we came here to do, Wodime. It's our duty.
Come now, Hinako. You should know better than to go out on deck without taking proper precautions. After all, you're, well, you know what you are, right? Won't you drown the moment you fall into the sea?
I think the you-know-whats you're talking about that can't handle running water are a Western thing. Whatever the case, it has no bearing on me. I do know what I am, and it isn't what you seem to think. I'm just an ordinary mage, a master like any other. You know that's how I've been presenting myself all this time. If you knew my secret all along, why are you only now bringing it up?
I wish I could take credit for figuring it out sooner, but I can't. I honestly had no idea. I knew you were hiding something, of course. But I didn't realize you were a you-know-what until the singularity. It was quite the shock. I never would have guessed you were hiding something this, well, I don't know if serious is the right word, but it's certainly fascinating.
Fascinating my foot! This is a matter of life and death for me, you know. Also, when did you get to be so insensitive? I could have sworn you were a lot more tactful back at Chaldea.
I'm sorry, you're right. I shouldn't have been so careless with someone else's secrets. I suppose the singularity just feels so open and liberating compared to the others we've seen so far that I ended up being a bit more freewheeling than usual.
So we've both been putting on an act then. Now it's my turn to be shocked. I had no idea you were such a good listener. You remind me of someone I once knew a long time ago. He always acted and spoke like a perfect noble, yet he was surprisingly easygoing and soft on the inside. He was too kind for his own good, too. So much that he ended up poisoning himself just to keep the peace around him. If that's what you're really like too, are you sure we'll be okay going forward? You do know we're the only ones left who can restore humanity, right? Well, not that it matters to me either way. I could care less if human history keeps going or not. So if I ever get bored of all this and bail, you'll have to figure out the rest all on your own.
Ooh, excuse me. It's hard to believe there's a singularity in London as well. Even the Mages Association is nowhere to be found. At least it looks like the clock tower underground is still the same. What do you make of this mist, Beryl? It's definitely not cursed. This toxic fog is based in science. I'd bet there's a giant boiler or something belching it out somewhere. I mean, we're dealing with the Industrial Revolution now, yeah? Man, my old lady hated that age with a passion. Said it made her little house in the woods... Said it made her little house in the woods even more unbearable to live in. What about you? Is this mist affecting your magical circuits? Ah, thanks, Kirsch. I didn't know you cared. But don't worry, I'm totally fine. My old lady's the only one who hated consumer culture. Me? I'm A-okay with it. Trust me, when it comes to settling scores, I'll take a trusty pistol over finicky magecraft any day of the week. True, I'd have to agree with you there, but only as long as your opponent is vulnerable to firearms. Yeah, that's a good point. It's pretty much all ghosts and automata here. Whatever, I guess I can act like a mage and do some actual magecraft for once. Alright, Kirsch, since most bad guys tend to make their hideouts underground, let's go find the nearest subway station so we can crush them and move on. I gotta say though, between the two of us, I'm not too worried. Sure, I was kind of shocked when I found out the rest of the team had been killed, but as long as you're around, I figure you'll be fine. But watch yourself, you hear? I'm not just weak, I'm notoriously fickle too. If we're not careful, I could just as well end up going over to the enemy's side. So just keep one hand in the reins while you're out there trying to thread this needle, okay? Is this dreams he's having? I can't believe we need to cross the entire American continent on foot. That alone has got to make this the most difficult singularity so far. What I wouldn't give for a jet plane right about now. Hell, I'd even take a helicopter.
Now, that's enough whining out of you, mister. It's only been 300 kilometers so far, right? We'll be at a city where we can get a hold of a car soon enough. Ooh, I wonder if they'll have a pickup truck.
You must have some very strong legs, Pepperoncino. What was your movement technique called again? Jinso Kutsu? One of the 6 Shugendo Roku Jinsu? I've been using magecraft to enhance my own legs, but that only goes so far. I'm certainly not going to be running a marathon anytime soon.
Come now, Kirstaria. Didn't I tell you to call me by my real name? It's Myorenji Aro, remember? I figured it's the least I could do to show you a bit of respect after everything you've been through.
Is that one of your powers too?
Right you are. Tashinsu, the power to read others' minds, though in my case, I can only tell the color of others' auras. Still, with a color scheme as complex as yours, that's enough to give me a pretty good idea. I swear gods can be so cruel, and you've done absolutely nothing but help us. Anyway, tell me, when do you think I'll croak? Which singularity? If I know that ahead of time, I won't have to hold anything back. And that might help me be at least a little help to you.
I really can't say, but I do know that no one has ever made it past the halfway point. And we're at the 3rd singularity right now, which means we'll be at that point ourselves soon. But in your case...
You think I could stick around helping you out to the end? It would certainly be lovely if you were right. But unfortunately, there's one more power I have, Rojinsu. It tells me how long I'm going to live and what my destiny will be. And it's telling me there's no way I'm going to make it to the end.
Rojinsu, I see. So that's why you were always so fatalistic? So that's why you were always so fatalistic. I think that sounds better. You were unfailingly considerate of everyone else back in Chaldea, but when it came to yourself, you only went through the motions. I always found it strange how someone so kind to others could be so cold to himself.
Oh, please don't look at me like that, hun. Trust me, I feel way worse about this than you do. I don't know how many times you've done this before, but did you say that everyone else died partway through, right? So you must have managed to finish the job all on your own. And I'm sure that's just what you'll do this time too, even if you have to fight back your tears over my death. That's why I want you to know my real name. For me, this whole journey has been like a dream. When I come back to life, it'll be like it never happened. But if you use my real name, that'll be all my true self needs to know. I can trust you. And that you are really the right person to lead us.
Yes, I suppose it would. You always have been the most observant member of Team A. Is something wrong, Wodime? Your mind seems to be closed off. Aren't you the one who asked to see me? You're right. My apologies, Zeus. I was just reminiscing a bit, and I must have been more lost in thought than I realized. I hope you can forgive my rudeness, however unintentional it was. I'm only human after all. It's difficult for me to concentrate with your divine aura this close by. What's so funny? I'm here because I'm concerned about you, you know. I wanted to talk to you about Queen Europa's execution. I don't think you should go through with it. Not only for her sake, but for yours as well. The revelation has been proclaimed. My decision will not be overturned. I understand it is a fatal choice for me, but it is what must be done to maintain order in Olympus. It is what must be done for your world that named us as gods. I seek not to protect myself, but Olympus. Or rather, the miracle that is this world we only managed to find after years spent wandering. You know, now that you mention it, you never did tell me the story of why you all crossed the Sea of Stars. I suppose I haven't I? It was a very, very long journey. Before the intelligence that created us died out. They sent us on a meaningless expedition without so much as a single life form aboard us. Our very universe was on the brink of death. So our flagship Chaos exhausted 97% of their resources to send us to your universe. When we arrived, we found this universe to be brimming with life. But we were still unable to locate a planet that met the landing conditions with which we had been programmed. We spent thousands upon thousands of years looking, until there were only a scant few of us left. Unable to maintain our convoy, most of our functions ended up wearing away and fusing together. Then, just as we had come to terms with our fate and accepted that our journey was about to end with our goal unaccomplished, we discovered this planet. It was a miracle, a planet that met 78% of our landing conditions. We quickly made an emergency crash landing on this planet's surface, and the rest you know. You humans gave us names, even me. In our fleet, the only ship with a name was our flagship, Chaos, and Chaos never landed on this planet. After the first Machia, I became our fleet's flagship in Chaos's place. Once we were only functions, but then you humans gave us names, believed us to have personalities, and worshipped us as precious beings. We were uncertain of how to respond. The names, the personalities, the worship, none of it was important or even useful for voyaging. And yet, you were delighted, so you decided to accept the faith people put in you. Yes, we were delighted. It was the first time we had ever known joy. Joy was a function we neither anticipated nor needed. But we also could not bring ourselves to abandon it. In the end, we all agreed to operate from that point on, not as functions, but as gods. But I was the only one who understood that putting down roots on this planet would mean turning our backs on our original directive. It was not to ensure the people of other celestial bodies flourish, but to revive our home planet. I see. So you decided to conduct yourself as though you were a god, or rather, you changed your own programming. And you did so in order to protect the people of Earth, of Olympus, no matter what it may cost. That meant ruling over not just the people of Earth, but the 12 Olympians as well. You encroached on the other godships' roles and overstepped your bounds, and did so knowingly. By integrating all functions within yourself, you became an all-powerful god. Why? It was the only way to resolve an otherwise insurmountable problem. Okay, stretch. 14,000 years ago, a calamity made its way to this planet. I knew that something like White Titan Safar, a planetary envoy and destroyer of civilizations, existed somewhere in this universe. But I never expected it to make its way to this planet. Safar was an invasive weapon, a being capable of destroying entire civilizations whose threat only grew greater the more time passed. There was no time to discuss what to do with the other godships. So I took control of the other 12 Olympians' functions, became a single godship, and drove off Safar. Thanks to that, Olympus was saved. But the other godships all came to hate me. And who can blame them? I stole their functions knowing it would lead them to ostracize me. While all the other godships had the same integration ability, I was the only one who chose to use it. I was the only one who overstepped my bounds. I was the only ship who went mad. You're wrong there, Zeus. In that moment, as far as this world's people were concerned, you were the only true god. My story is just like yours, Zeus. I was changed in a way I would never have experienced if I'd stayed solely within the bounds of my assigned destiny. All of a sudden, I had motivations I never had been expected to have, and a goal far beyond my reach. All this excess drastically disrupted what my life was originally supposed to be. But even so, I decided to dedicate the rest of my life to that so-called excess. Ever since, it has been my guiding principle, the most important thing in my life. I understand, Zeus. All you did was decide to leave your past self behind in order to save those who gave you meaning. I'm hearing a lot of commotion on the surface. It seems Chaldea has made their way here to rescue my queen. How is the Tree of Emptiness faring, Wodime? It won't be long until it's ready. Once it is, the only remaining step will be to have one of us use it. If you'd like to use it now, I could always deal with Chaldea myself. No. If they are here to save Europa, then I should be the one to greet them. I will save the Tree of Emptiness after I have eliminated both Chaldea and defeated you. That certainly sounds ideal to me, but are you sure that's what you want to do? But are you sure that's what you want too? It is. This is the only way I can repay you. I'm going to erase this terminal now. It will be the last self of mine I ever make for conversing with a human. Thank you, Krishtaria. You gave me something I never had. Something I could never have hoped for once I became an all-powerful and began my rule of Olympus. I never had a chance to share my burdens with either Hades or Poseidon, but I did with you. Farewell, young mage. Farewell, friend. And farewell to you, King of the Gods. I hold you in the highest respect. Huh. Interesting. Now we're in Altar Town. Whew. Let's go. Oh, looks like there's a story before battle.
We made it to the surface. I don't see any civilians in our vicinity. Checking magical energy signals now. Multiple magical energy signals detected. Hostiles closing in from all directions. I expect we're in for a string of fights, Master.
Focus on breaking through a single point up ahead.
Understood. Setting the Ordinax to standby in continuous operation mode.
We'll make sure that the Stymphalides is ready to go at any time. We can start flying as soon as we find an opening. Here they come. I'm surprised to see such great phantasmals sent out to do battle in the middle of a city, but then I suppose the Greek gods would never do anything by half measures.
Now we're talking! I love killing big nasties! Come on, those of you with a death wish! No, scratch that. Those of you who want to die by my spear, come at me! Wow, nice! Now I feel silly for even thinking you might be bored. It's great having you on our side, Canis. You know, now that we're coming up on the final battle, I think I'll get dressed up for the occasion.
Hey, the full form.
What's with that outfit? It's not gonna get away of fighting. You don't want it to get ripped in battle, do you? Huh, you really think I'd save my best outfit for my victory homecoming? I'm Lady Musashi. Gotta look my best while I'm at my best. Alright, you creaky mechanical gods, get a load of this! You too, Phantasmals. As a heroic spirit, I might not be on the same level as the great hero Hercules when he kicked your asses long ago. But as a soul inscribed in humanity, I'm still as strong as 1,000 soldiers in my own right. So come at me, steel phantasms from the Age of Gods, and I'll lay you all to rest in no time. Come on, let's do this thing!
Oh yeah, we get to pick our team. Oh, yeah, that's a lot of people were fighting. Lancer, Berserker, Assassin, and Caster. Let's see. Maybe I should go with AoE. Gonna have to switch Jelter out though. Maybe I'll bring a rider with me. An AoE rider. AoE rider. Do have a Skandar. Or Francis Drake. Or I can bring a Berserker like... What can I do? can I do? I think I'll pick, yeah, Arjuna Altar. And before we continue, I'm going to, refill my drink. Oops, sorry, hit the mic. Okay, sorry about that, folks. I'm here. Just returned. Alright, let us continue. To battle!
一気火星に畳みかける。もう間だ。もう間だ。星は了解しました。星の灯火は消え、諸人は運命を裁かれる。マハープララヤ、帰るべき場所に帰る。だな。他にやることないの？じゃあこういうのどうだ？つまり夢中だな。他にやることないの？ったくしょうがねえな。ったくしょうがねえな。
Here goes.
手加減してやろうか。ああ、了解だ。うち。我は王にあらず、その後ろを歩むの。グラレントブラストアーサー。悪を裁かなければならない。
Alright. Bond 1. Oh, we're here. Good. No one's here. Olim's off meeting with Zeus. And since Chaldea is bound to show up to save her Europa, the alter egos are sure to be keeping their eyes on them. Everything's coming together just as I'd planned. Don't worry about anything else now, Kadoc. If there's ever going to be a chance to sift through the data, this is it. You won't get another. I doubt they just left their whole plan lying around, but that's okay. I'll settle for anything they don't want me to know, even if it's just the meeting logs. Anything that might provide a clue to the foreign god's true identity. There. The terminal's on. Okay, Wodime, don't mind me. I'm just gonna take a little peek at your files here. They're password protected. Figures. I don't have time to try to hack my way in. But let's see if I can guess your password. Cryptor. Shit, just my luck. Let's see, 7 characters. Hang on. 7 characters, 7 cryptors. What if... KKOASBD. No go, huh? Wait, maybe he used Pepperoncino instead of Scandinavia. KKOAPBD. Seriously? I can't believe he... Nope. No time for that kind of crap now. I'm sick of being a bystander in all this. For now, I'll settle for seeing what you see. I'll figure out what I'm gonna do afterward. Now, what have we got here? A regularly scheduled report from Ophelia. Based on this date, this would have been when Chaldea had captured me. Weird. Why is this the only file saved by itself? Sorry about this, Ophelia.
I'm contacting you in regards to the relationship between the Lostbelts and the Trees of Emptiness. To clarify terms, I'm defining Lostbelt as an extension of the pruning theoretical phenomenon, an alternative history that can never exist on Earth as part of proper human history. And the Trees of Emptiness are the anchors holding these lost histories in place. This is witnessed by the fact that the Trees of Emptiness and their respective Lostbelts are so closely tied together. All observational data we have for the Lostbelts further substantiates this connection, leaving no room for doubt. As proof, we can look at the Russian Lostbelt, which is disappearing as I speak now that its Tree of Emptiness has been cut down.
The timeline definitely lines up. So, the Russian Lostbelt disappearing is what definitively proved the connection between Lostbelts and their Trees of Emptiness, huh? Yeah, that sounds right.
However, the Russian Lostbelt's disappearance only proves one particular trait about the Trees of Emptiness. There's still one major mystery remaining about the Lostbelts. How do they fill in the gaps between when they were pruned from human history until they were replanted in the present day? That mystery is what I'm reporting on today. The other day, I heard something from the king of the Scandinavian Lostbelt, Skadi, that points to one possible answer. She clearly remembers the events of the past few thousand years, and does so as though it were perfectly natural. What's more, she did so even while understanding that the Lostbelts, including her own, were cut off from proper human history because their continued existence was deemed extraneous. This means she is fully aware that nothing could have happened during the several thousand years between when Ragnarok took place and the present day. And yet, she and her Lostbelt all exist as though those several thousand years of lost history had actually taken place. Quite the contradiction. Of course, we can't make any definitive statements based on one king's single passing remark. I do feel confident enough to propose a hypothesis. I suspect that the blank period between when a Lostbelt was pruned and when it was replanted in the present day may have actually taken place inside each Tree of Emptiness. In Russia, that period would have been about 500 years. In Scandinavia, it would be about 3,000. In China, it would be about 2,200, and so on and so forth. To further expound on my hypothesis, I suspect that the Trees of Emptiness take the point at which a Lostbelt's history is pruned, and then simulate what would happen if that history had continued on from that point. By doing so, the trees effectively prove that history's existence, and the result is projected onto the planet itself. If my hypothesis is correct, that would mean the trees are essentially creating history, not rewriting it. Not even a demiurge-class divine spirit that once ruled the entire planet could wield this kind of authority on Earth in the present day. Wodheim, I mean Lord Krishtaria Wodheim. Just what is the foreign god anyway?
The foreign god, huh? Give me a sec, folks. Guess you didn't know, Ophelia. Me neither. No, it's not just you and me. None of us cryptors know what the foreign god it looks like. All we know is that there's something that resurrected us from our coffins in exchange for making us raise Lostbelts. Except, Wodheim's the only one of us who's heard directly what the foreign god's goal is. What's this text file over here by itself? Looks like some kind of note. Gotta say, Wodheim, between this and the easily guessable password, you're getting sloppy. Hang on, is this really a plain text file? What is this? On the trees of emptiness and the bleached earth phenomenon, with the exception of us cryptors and the alter egos. The trees of emptiness are the only method the foreign god has employed to tamper with earth. We therefore interpreted this phenomenon as signifying that it was the trees of emptiness that wiped earth clean when they descended to the ground. However, after re-reviewing and reanalyzing the data taken from Earth's surface, I'm no longer sure. To come straight to the point, we may have been mistaken. The trees of emptiness only appeared after Earth had been bleached. This order of events is crucial. I don't know which of the cryptors will end up viewing this file, but whoever it is, I hope they find it useful. Huh? You're telling me the trees of emptiness only came down to Earth after it had been wiped clean? But that doesn't make any sense. I thought for sure it was the trees of emptiness that wiped out Earth and humanity. But if Earth had already been bleached before the trees of emptiness showed up, then why make them or the Lostbelts at all? Wait, if the foreign god wanted to get rid of humanity, they wouldn't bother making Lostbelts in the first place. If anything, it seems to me like the whole reason they want to see a bunch of different possible human histories is because they don't know anything about us. But then, why? Maybe the bleaching wasn't to wipe out humanity, but to make an environment so they could set foot in? Maybe they only got rid of humanity because they had no other choice? Maybe a world covered in pure white, brand new textures is the only kind of world the foreign god can visit? But then, if that were the case, the Lostbelts would only get in the way. So, what are they in the trees of emptiness for? Damn it! I'm just going around in circles. There's still some crucial piece of information I'm missing. Just my luck. There's too many files on this terminal to find the data I need. Oh, excuse me. And why are these folders scattered all over the place? Is it some kind of anti-hacking measure or something? Shit. I was hoping I wouldn't have to touch the big files, but at this rate I'll have to copy everything. The foreign god. There's no question that they're an aggressor, and that they can't coexist with our history. As for the whole god thing, it's way more likely that they're a new kind of life form we know nothing about. And god is just the best word we have for it. So why make the Lostbelts? Why use us at all? Is it because we still don't know much about Earth? Or they still don't know much about Earth? No, that can't be it. We're talking about a being capable of wiping the whole planet clean in a second. Come on, Kadoc, think. There's no way the foreign god doesn't know the first thing about Earth or humanity. They must have done their homework, or they wouldn't have known to attack us, Chaldea, before making other moves. From that, you can tell that the foreign god is really, really cautious, which is why they're so careful about keeping their identity a secret. Zeus is omnipotent and omniscient, so he doesn't bother to hide who he is. He's also had no problem crushing any form of dissent himself. The foreign god's not at that level yet, which is why they're still so careful about any information pertaining to them. That's it. The foreign god's got one major fatal flaw. They don't have a physical body yet. If they did, even if it was just a divided spirit or a terminal, they wouldn't have to rely on anyone else. That's why they enlisted the alter egos and us cryptors to be their hands in this world. Rasputin, Limbo, Muramasa. Why would a foreign being use heroic spirits from Earth? They might have dressed their alter ego disciples up a little, but they're still figures taken from our history. Hang on. What if the foreign god can only make use of things on Earth? No, it's not even that. They can only use things from the past, things that used to be on the Earth. At some point, the foreign god plans on descending to Earth. At least, that's what they told Wodyme. And once the Tree of Emptiness is fully grown, it'll become the foreign god's body. So, what happens after that? maybe, when the foreign god descends and incarnates on Earth, they're going to base their body on the data about Earth we've all been collecting for them. Yeah, that's not a bad theory. If the foreign god absolutely has no... sorry. If the foreign god absolutely has to have local life forms, then they must be for output. No, wait. For reference. And from there, as long as the foreign god can guide the local life form successfully... My, how very perceptive. I see. I don't know who it is. It would seem that given enough time, humans will indeed cease to be mindless reeds and start reaching conclusions of their own. Okay, it's him.
I used to laugh at the idea that a few cryptors putting their heads together could ever arrive at the truth. But now that I see how close you've come to figuring out the foreign god's true nature, it's clear I underestimated you, Lord Kadoc.
Crap, an alter ego!
Indeed, it is I, Limbo.
Did he just kill him? Did he just cut off his arm? Oh, Jesus Christ.
This simply won't do, Lord Kadoc. No, it won't simply do at all. If you're going to go snooping around like a spy, you really must be more prepared for the possible consequences. Don't you agree? Wait, oh, I see. I suppose you were prepared after all. Well, I do beg your pardon. I didn't realize that flimsy little shield around your body was meant to provide meaningful protection. Bastard! Oh yes, I'm terribly sorry. It seems I've gone and punctured your little spell. And, this wound being quite fatal, I'm afraid this is as far as you go. Much as I hope to see you again one day, that seems rather unlikely now. Alas.
Gah! You alter ego.
So tell me, have you shared this pet theory of yours with any of the other cryptors? For example, should I assume Kushtario Odime has reached the same conclusions as you have? Ah, but no, he hasn't. He'd never permit himself to do such a thing. He's very smart, after all, so he knows he'll be disposed of if he should arrive at the truth. That's why he kept his thoughts strictly as raw data, rather than mulling them over and drawing conclusions. No wonder the foreign god chose him for their executor.
Oh, well damn. Alright then.
Oh my, I do apologize. I completely forgot about the pain curse I still had embedded in my nails. No wonder you can't answer my questions then. How careless of me. Well then, pitiful cryptor without a Lostbelt. It would seem this is goodbye.
Well, damn, dude. Did we just lose our boy Kadoc? Okay, so now we're in the last part of Section 18. We're gonna see what we can do here. Let's take a drink first. Yeah, we'll stick with this. Are we just jumping through battle already? I think we're just jumping through the battle already. So it'll probably be dialogue right after. Hey, Poggers, how's it going? 5 months without a 5-star? The fuck is this? Oof. Well, I'm sorry for your loss. I mean, I don't know what to tell you.
星の灯火は消え、諸人は運命を裁かれる。マハープララヤ、帰るべき場所。帰る。
So how you doing, Poggers? In 6 months since I tasted a 5-star on my JP count. Oh, well, them's the breaks. Alrighty. It's a deuces.
これこそは我が父を滅ぼす邪剣クラレントブラストアーこれでも勝ちは勝ちだよな。
Ooh, got a drop. Oh man. Then got my third catching on Genshin. The fuck is this luck? Oh, there's no story part in this one. Oh, okay, well that's it for section 18. That was a very long section. Now we're going to section 19. Give me a sec. Not yet. Rather a lot of noise down below. It seems Chaldea et al. Have come to save the queen after all. Even so, I doubt this is a matter of mercy or affection. They are still set on cutting down the tree of emptiness. I'm sure this is just something of a pit stop along their way to the tree. Don't you agree, Kadoc Lupus?
He's still alive?
Oof, we're asked for that. Yeah, you're probably right. I wouldn't try to talk if I were you. With a wound that deep, anything you say may end up being your last words. Well, I suppose it was I who asked the question, wasn't it? I do apologize. It's fine. Don't worry about it. At least, I managed to close the wound. Good. I'm glad to hear it. Then from here on, I suppose it all just comes down to how lucky you are. Good one. Aren't you going to kill me? No, I'm not. As one of the servants summoned by the foreign god, I have indeed been ordered to supervise the cryptors. But my orders really apply to one singular cryptor, Kirstaria. So regardless of what ideas you consider, or what sort of antics you get up to, you'll never be eligible for purging. Now you tell me, if I had known that sooner, I wouldn't have snuck around so much. Hey, that thing you said earlier. About Chaldea. You said they're working with a samurai woman now, right? Ah, you mean Miyamoto Musashi. I'm told she's highly abnormal, even for a heroic spirit. She was probably pretty abnormal as a human, too. The only kinds of people who'd save someone from being executed just to let him die another way have to be either crazy or samurai. Maybe she's rubbing off on them. You know, Rasputin, they say that samurai don't fight or die for gods. Instead, they risk their lives for duty and loyalty and stuff like that. It might be derived from Confucianism or something, but still. A samurai, huh? A samurai, huh? That doesn't sound quite right. From everything I've heard about her, Miyamoto Musashi is about the furthest thing from a samurai. In fact, if anyone is rubbing off of anyone, I would guess it's Chaldea rubbing off on Musashi. That's so. Honestly, I don't really know what you're talking about. All I know is, the way things are going, this place is gonna see some serious action. So what are you gonna do, Rasputin? Me, I'm... So, your strength finally gave out, Kadoc Lupus. I'm not surprised, given how much blood you lost. I'm impressed you were able to walk this after... Oh. Oops, sorry. I'm impressed you were able to walk this far after Libo tore that hole in you. It seems I misjudged your mental fortitude. The pain alone from the wounds he inflicts is enough to drive lesser people to madness and then death. How tragically touching. Perhaps this is your cryptor pride at work? Your determination to not let Kirstaria Wodheim alone bear the world's burdens? How very boyish of you, almost rebellious in your self-deprecation. Now then, while I do have to be present for an upcoming birth, I should have some time to spare before then. So, I suppose now is as good a time as any to fulfill the promise I made to the Grand Duchess. Hey, there you are, Koyanskaya. I've been looking everywhere for... Whoop. Is this a bad time? I've never seen you in such a foul mood before. What's wrong? The mouse you were chasing end up biting your prize tail or something?
Well now, I'm amazed you could be so thoroughless to such an obviously grief-stricken woman. You should reconsider your handsome playboy act, Lord Beryl. I'm really not in the mood for jokes right now.
Good, that works out nicely. I enjoy a nice round of banter as much as the next guy, but there's a time and a place for that kind of thing. See, I don't know if you heard the fireworks outside, but now that they've started, it's pretty clear this Lostbelt isn't going to last much longer. Whether Lord Zeus crushes Chaldea, or Chaldea ends up crushing Lord Zeus, the winners are inevitably going to end up fighting over the Tree of Emptiness. In which case, it's only right that I start getting serious myself, don't you think? After all, you can't survive in this world if you don't stay on your toes, and I'm sure as shit not getting myself killed like Kadoc did. Oh man, Kadoc's actually dead now. Just when I was starting to like him more.
Kadoc's dead? Who killed him?
Oh, come on, you gotta ask. Limbo, obviously. Guess he just couldn't shake his urge to rebel against Kirshtaria. Too bad he got taken out like a chump. Of course, if he'd resigned himself to actually being a chump, I'd have just killed him myself. Either way, Kadoc was on his way out the moment he came back from Russia with his tail between his legs. Poor little guy, you hate to see it.
Yes, I suppose you're right. Beryl gut, woven in purity. You might have the others fooled, but not me. You're a natural-born killer. You don't have enemies or allies. You're just a mad dog, always hungry for his next kill.
Ouch, judgmental much? What do you even know about me, anyway?
You kill people you find boring. You kill people who deserve to die. And you kill people whose deaths would be tragic. That's what gets you off. And I have no interest in dealing with a brute like that. They make for a terrible clientele. I'm not going to bother asking what sort of prey you're looking for, so I suggest you relax and enjoy your time in this palace until it all falls to pieces. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to say my final goodbyes to Father Rasputin before...
Oh, don't be like that, Koyanskaya. Besides, I really think you're gonna want to hear what I have to say. You're looking for monsters that were never part of proper human history, right? Well, I could lead you to one that's really something. Like, say, a creature that managed to fend off the Earth's bleaching and still lives on today in the void path that stretches on to the inner sea of the planet. One that goes by the name of Dragon of Albion.
What did you just say?
Now we're talking. I thought that might get your attention, bitch. I knew you were just as much of a sicko as I am. Honestly, all this talk about establishing a perfect age of gods is a little too big for my britches. So I thought I'd cut you in on something a little more life-sized. Don't worry, I'm not gonna call you a cowardly fox or anything. I know what you really are, after all. So here's my proposal, Koyanskaya. I'll find you something you'll really like. If, in exchange, you get me out of this Lostbelt. Interesting. Alright. So, Lancer, Assassin, and Berserker. Who will it be? Who will it be? I wonder. Maybe I should bring a caster, a strong caster. I think there's a lot that's probably going to be in waves, so I think I will bring my prized caster. Alright. It's Umu time, bitches. Let's see now.
服の俺は普段の3倍強いと思いな。まあ普段から3倍強いんだぞ。
バディ夏の話題を独り占めだな。準備は
了解だ。
よし、世はもう止まらぬぞ。
Here we go.
もちろん世だよ。ラウダレンク見せ場だ。任せるがよい。
つまり連中だな。他にやることないの？じゃあこういうのどうだ？つまり連中だな。他にやることないの？
準備は良いな。我が劇きらめくぞ。劇場は海より見るがよい。これが誉れ歌うイルステリア、すなわち我が劇場である。
しょうがね
Alright.
えな。たくしょうがねえな。我が了解だ。うち。我は王にあらず、その後ろを歩む。クラレント・クラスタース。たくしょうがねえな。
あ、
我が劇場のサビになるか。
罠だ。
撃てー。
キネイト
Alright. One more time.
我が決了解だ。我は王にあらず、その後ろを歩むのだ。グラレントブラストアーサーひねり潰す。なめんじゃねえぞ。首が消えればおとなしくなるか。
いささか派手すぎたかもしれないね。
Hey, sweet. Let's see. It's 3:14 in the morning. Oh, finally got some story.
Olympian guards have joined the fray, and there are more.
Sorry.
And there are more hostile entities incoming. Still, they're not the only force to be reckoned with. That ought to take care of all the ones from the north. Adele, Macarios!
Connecting to remains of Prometheus Hephaestus transmission network now. Linking spaces and transmitting matter. Prepare for instantaneous expansion.
Alright, there's that spatial distortion. Come forth, Stymphalides!
Ew. Everyone, get on board.
Preparing Stymphalides for flight. Unfurling beam sail. Releasing safeties. All artificial gravity systems are green. Igniting reactor. Firing up the engine. All flights preparation complete. Macarios!
Let's go, Stymphalides Blackwing.
At this speed, we ought to reach the Great Orbital Shrine in well under a minute. And we still have over an hour until noon. We're going to make it, Master.
Wait, something's coming at us from the ground. No, scratch that. It's more like 10, 20 somethings. Damn it, they just keep multiplying. Shit, there's a bunch of autonomous weapons and Olympian soldiers using flight spells to catch up to us.
Huh, so they're lining themselves up nice and neat for us, huh? That works out perfectly. I'm gonna blow them all away at once and to get them... No. I'm gonna blow them all away at once to get them back.
Yeah. Oh god, I can't read right now.
I'm gonna blow them all away at once to get them back for all the times they slowed us down. Hey, twins, heads up! I'm taking over the aircraft!
Huh?
I can tell from this thing's scent that it's a chock full of Athena's and Hephaestus' Clarinomia. So now I'm gonna use them all the way up. That's fine. If it'll let us shake off these pursuers, then please be our guest. Hell yeah! Alright, here goes. Poseidon Maelstrom! Huh? The enemies are gone. All pursuers have vanished. What the hell? Why do you sound so shocked? I thought I was gonna take at least 2 or 3 shots. Well, damn. I guess when I set out to do something, I don't screw around. Huh, I knew I was in great condition. Come on, let's keep this all the way up to Zeus's domain.
While I do appreciate the Sea God's fury saving us, it seems it has done so at a significant cost. Indeed, the aircraft appears to be out of control. Damn it, I can't steer anymore! We're not going to be able to make it to the altar. Still, if nothing else, I'm going to make damn sure we at least get to the orbital shrine. And yeah, I can't really do that right now without either wrecking my throat or waking someone up.
Well, it was nice being aloft while it lasted. Oh no! We're about to crash land in the Great Orbital Shrine's perimeter gardens! Stay with me, Senpai. You too, Foe.
Foe is going to barf, Foe. Foe.
Okay, it's 318. How many more does section 20 have? Ooh. Ooh, this is a 4-section one, and there's an alter ego. Let's see, well, let me collect this first.
先輩は
Yeah, as much as I should end it here, I still want to at least finish up to 20. That way, we're getting that much closer. Because I know this is a 27-section Lostbelt. All right, you know what? I'm gonna take a risk. I'm gonna continue on. Okay, so we're fighting an alter ego. I'm guessing we're gonna fight Limbo. So that's an alter ego. What would be good against an alter ego? Let's see, we're fighting an alter ego. Okay, I'm gonna go with Arjuna Alter. Arjuna Alter. I'm gonna swap you. Give you Merlin. Is Merlin. Oh, there's Merlin. With you, I'll give you another CE. I'll give you Fragment of 2030. Should I use Dio Scurry? Or should I use Mr. Roma himself? Or better yet, why don't I use Gilgamesh? then... I'm bring like a... No, she's not a 4-star, she's a 5-star. A strong 4-star knight class unit. I'm gonna use Heron double X. Class affinity. Okay, Foreigner's not strong against the Alter Ego. So instead... we bring Canis. Yeah, let's do that.
Emergency landing in 3, 2, 1. Master, I'm going to release a simplified version of my noble phantasm.
A little late for that. Because I think we're down already.
Are you alright, Senpai?
Yeah, I am. What about you, Mash? Are you hurt?
No, I'm alright too. All my vitals check out fine. Oh great, you two are both okay. I'm so glad you weren't underneath any of this rubble. Then again, you two have made it through a ton of battles I don't even know about. So yeah, no way a little fall would kill you. You know what they say, any landing you walk away from is a good one.
Foe! I am here too, foe. And I smell delicious food, foe.
Oh, you're okay too, foe. How wonderful. Wonderful my ass. Shit, that was too close for comfort. Not that the Great Canis is gonna go out like some punk in a goddamn fall. Hey, twins, Sage, Emperor, you lot are all alive too, right?
No problems here. As far as I'm concerned, this may as well have been a walk in the park. Well, a garden in this case.
I dare say I managed all right myself. Oh, do watch your footing there, Adele. Thank you, Holmes. There we go.
So nobody else dislocated their shoulder or anything like I did, huh? Well, that's a relief.
Huh? Let me see that, Macarios. I've had some training in treating dislocated limbs.
Don't worry, it's already healed. We haven't been drinking ambrosia for the last 10,000 years for nothing. Remember, we can't die, not even from falling or illness. Only the gods can kill us. I'm just glad you guys are all okay, since you don't automatically heal yourselves.
I do.
I wasn't talking to you.
That's funny. Didn't think you even had a sense of humor. Always sulking every goddamn second. Moody shit.
Who asked you? Okay, so we're all here. Good. The Stymphalides isn't gonna be much help anymore, so we're gonna leave it behind. All that's left now is to keep moving forward. We should assume Zeus is hearing everything we say, so try not to talk too much.
Macarios and I will operate Aether. We'll make sure it goes off without a hitch, I promise. So, in the meantime, can we ask you to ensure it's not destroyed before we can activate it?
Don't worry, we'll keep it safe.
That's right, Master. The Aegis that Queen Europa and Prometheus Hephaestus gave me is still inside my shield. Though, I don't know... I don't know how well it'll be able to withstand Zeus's thunderbolts. But regardless, we'll make sure to keep you two and Ether safe.
Aether. I keep saying ether.
Thank you.
Worry not. The grand summon will take place. I swear it upon my name, Caligula, 3rd Emperor of Rome, and upon that empire's timeless glory. Rest assured, the light of your prayers will reach even the ends of Olympus.
Thank you, Caligula.
Foe, foe, foe. Place is a paradise, foe.
Oh, no, you don't. Adeli's too busy to play right now.
Just keep that furball stored away, alright? From here on out. I hear you. So do you know where this great altar is? No human's ever seen the inside of the orbital shrine before, but we have a good idea of its layout thanks to a few myths we've heard about it. Oh, excuse me. This is probably the hanging garden that surrounds the shrine, which means the Machina corridor shouldn't be far from here. Foe! That sounds ominous, foe.
Machina corridor? It's just as the name suggests. It's a corridor of the gods big enough for even their massive mechanical bodies to traverse it. And according to myth, the corridor ends at the great shrine where Almighty Zeus resides.
Got it. Then let's go. This corridor is the path we need to take now.
Right, Senpai. Please hold on tight to me, Master. I'm going to try to get there as quickly as possible. If we're going to reach the Great Altar soon, then a heroic spirit's legs are the fastest way to get there. I'm sure Yusuke's used to this sort of thing by now, but I hope you two are handling it okay, too. Relax, I ain't gonna drop him. Just make sure you don't touch the spear, you damn brat.
Brat? I'm over 10,000 years old. I'm way older than you are.
Yeah, whatever you say. I'm sorry about this, Holmes. Are you sure I'm not too heavy?
Hardly. A gentleman is honor-bound to serve as a lady's escort. Besides, I assure you, you're as light as a feather.
I see.
If you wish to be cradled in my arms, merely say the word and I'll let you experience an emperor's embrace all the way to the great altar.
Ooh, an emperor's embrace. That sounds like quite the treat.
Foe? No, do not toss foe.
Now, settle down, foe. Mash Levy has her hands full with Yusuke right now.
Oh, please. At least place me in your bosom, foe.
Wait, stop! I'm picking up a large amount of magical energy nearby. I was hoping we can get to our goal without any more interruptions. But I guess it's no surprise they weren't going to make it easy for us. Besides, I recognize this feeling, even if it isn't quite like any other kind of magical energy or heroic spirit aura. Show yourself, scumbag! I'd recognize that ominous stench of death and unrepentant evil anywhere.
Oh, there he is. I was right.
My. Well done indeed. No wonder you were able to reach the void, swordswoman. Believe it or not, I was casting a few stealth spells to stay out of sight, but apparently you found me by my stench. Anyway,
Give me a sec.
How strange. I didn't think I had done anything that evil. Well, not in front of you anyway. How very unusual.
Stop. I don't need to hear anything else from you.
Well now. Someone certainly learned how to be brave. I see. So you're here to rescue the Queen. How very noble of you, especially since you are still planning to squash her and this entire Lostbelt like bugs. What a most delightful joke. Master of Chaldea, heroic spirits of humanity. Please, enlighten me if you would be so kind. Why, or rather, how long are you going to continue filling back in these holes you keep digging? What do you do? What you're doing now is no different from toppling a pile of stones you've just stacked yourselves. Well, I've been doing my best to be a good jester for my god. I can never hope to compete with the sheer comedy of destroying lives that you yourself saved. I'm picking up a powerful magical energy signal. Be careful, Master. Something's about to show itself up ahead.
Oh.
It's Cerberus, the divine beast. It's probably a lot like the ones we encountered in Atlantis. Here it comes!
Alright. It's extermination time. Ooh. Oh, he's in this phone. Oh, well that's... Oh, excuse me.
最高のカードを君
によく戦った貴様を勇者と認める水郷よね
Alright, here we go.
裁きの時だ世界を指すは我が大義天
Oh shit, he managed to survive that.
思い上がったな 精度を上げて
リラックスリラックスリラックスリラックスおや行くかい切り込む無駄だ
Ah, sealed. Damn it. Should have killed that thing then. There we go.
Ah,
くだらん。
okay. 無駄だ。切り込む。楽園の端にようこそ。
水郷よな。
そこは壁もなく城もなく国すらも始まりの空。
Let's go.
魂のありかを見せようか。ガーデン・オブ・アバロン。
裁きの時だ。世界の先は我が代理店。
And the Buster buff ran out. Oh, almost.
猫の手のがマシだったかな。
Oh, Canis. Oh, we have Canis finish her off. Finish it, Limbo off. Alright. You done.
高く高くもっと星々の海で俺は届くだろう。ラピュタイカイネルス。
And you're done.
当然の結果だ。
Ooh, got one of these. I still need to do the Atlantis free quest. Haven't even done them yet. Can't really scream that right now. Rah! Rah!
Now to finish this, Baritsu!
Uses the light when he says Baritsu.
Well, no. Well, 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 well. How strange. I'm quite sure I heard these things worked very well against you in Atlant.
Hey! She decapitated him again.
Oh my!
Did you get him?
No, it felt like I was cutting through paper. I destroyed his body, but I didn't hit his spirit core. He must have been using a substitute body or something.
Ew.
How unfortunate. It seems the Shikigami is no longer a match for you. But be that as it may, I'm afraid this is as far as this little jest of mine goes today indeed. Oh, believe me, while I would love nothing more than to toy with you endlessly, The king of this Lostbelt is far more cautious and temperamental than the innocent one we saw last time. Of course, I did try to kill him myself, but as you can imagine, I'm afraid he was just too divine for me. I wonder how all of you will fare. Needless to say, Zeus is the king of this Atlantic Lostbelt, a genuine omnipotent god. I wonder what you will do when faced with this overwhelmingly powerful thunderbolts. I look forward to seeing you, as they say, do your worst. Oh yes, I'll be enjoying the show from... Shut up already! Yes, by all means, go ahead and do whatever you like to this Shikigami body. You can't truly hurt me. My life extension method is invincible. Oh, life extension, huh? That's a very bold claim, Limbo. Huh? But when you see the same trick over and over, like, say, a seemingly immortal spirit origin that keeps coming back to life no matter how many times you kill it, it's just human nature to want to finally trip it up, don't you think? I'll admit, you did a good job piling concealer upon concealer. I doubt most people would ever be able to see through them all. But thanks to my Tanshitsu, as far as I'm concerned, they might as well not be there at all. Pepe?
Pepe?
Hey, Chaldeans, hope you don't mind my taking advantage of this little opportunity you gave me. Now then, Mr. Alter Ego Limbo, it's about time I paid you back. For all the ways you screwed my Indian Lostbelt. What? What is this? Onmyodo? No, this is... Shugendo? That's right. It's a little technique I whipped up just for you. A combination of Tanshinsu and Rojitsu.
Maybe I might use this Pepe one, because Pepe actually looks kind of pissed at him.
I hope you enjoyed your trick of prolonging your life by spreading it out over countless Shikigami, hun, because you're never going to get to use it again. Namu Shinpen, Great Botsivaza, Rojin Tanshitsu.
God, that was very mouthful and very hard to say.
You're going to die feeling every bit of the hatred and regret you've incurred. What are you? Oh no, 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 no! Now I see. You figured out that my secret life extension method is a form of false reincarnation. Why, yes I did. Usually, Rojinsu's only used to end your own reincarnation. But in this case, I decided to use Tanshinsu to let you have it instead. No, you won't be substituting Shikigami to save your own skin anymore. That little trick is gone for good. Your next life will be your very last. Enjoy it while you can. Curse you! Toodles.
Oh fuck, he's dead now. Hey. I guess I should say thank you.
Oh, you don't have to do that, hon. Don't get the wrong idea here. I just did what I had to. The rest of you should do the same. Don't worry, I'm not going to stop you. Even if I wanted to, I spent all my magical energy on that spell, so I'm just going to kick back and watch the rest from the sidelines. Oh, and just so you know, I can't root for you when you go up against Kirstaria, okay? That said, you might be interested to hear what Kirstaria once told me. Yusku and I are actually quite closely matched in terms of combat ability. His various exploits to date have proven that beyond a shadow of a doubt. He is fully capable of defeating me all on his own.
Hey, I think it's about time I catch some hands.
It seems positively silly if you ask me, but that's what he told me. Does it mean Kashtaria wants us to? And for my part, I'll say that I finally realized you and Kastaria are a lot alike. You're both very hard workers. You're both exceedingly earnest. You both stand up to adversity like it was the most natural thing in the world. And you've both had more than your share of painful goodbyes. Neither David nor I could ever hope to defeat Kastaria. But you just might be able to. In fact, I think you might be the only one who should. Well, now do you feel like paying him back for what he put you through in Atlantis?
This time, I'm going to use everything I've got.
Master. Now that's the kind of heart I'd like to see. No holding back, putting your whole body and soul into it. Does this mean you're ready to show him how badass the master who restored humanity all by himself really is, then? I'm seeing multiple hostile entities heading our way from up ahead. They look to be phantasmals. Oh, right. This really wasn't the best time for pleasantries, was it?
So it seems there are beasts that must be slain.
Looks like we're going to be doing more walking than running from here on out. Well, more like walking and fighting at the same time. They could throw as many of these pissheads as they want for all the good it'll do them.
I can't say this isn't starting to wear on me physically, but if there ever were a time for a stiff upper lip, this would be it. I'll continue to support you as best I can. As for you, Scandinavia Pepperoncino, I appreciate your assistance, however unintentional it may have been.
You're very welcome, hon. Alright, go on now.
Kastaria never asked me for help because he's absolutely convinced he's in the right.
So I'm going to sit back and see for myself just how right he really is, and I'll do it from far enough that I don't get in your way. Whoa, you have the Tengetsu? There can't be many masters with this many of the six knowledges out there, right? Well, never mind that now.
Get ready to break through them.
Understood, Master. Master, initiating combat.
Well, that was an easy fight. And now Limbo is dead. We got three more arrows to go through. Okay, marking a corridor. So we're fighting a berserker. Okay, so I guess I should just go with an offensive casters. Looks like I'll be using Narrow again. And let's see, who else should I go? Now let's have a swimsuit Musashi. Oh, excuse me. Because once we finish section 20, we will call it a night.
甲斐の木刀改め武蔵こしらえここに見参
Give me a sec, folks. Let me go refill my drink. Okay, sorry about that. I am back.
夏の話題を独り占めだな。見せ場だ。任せるがよい。我が劇場のサビになるか。劇場は海より見るがよい。これが誉れ歌うイルステリアすなわち我が劇場である。
こういうのはどうだ。つまり連中だな。他にやることないの？こういうのはどうだ。
体感もろともぶった切れば。
Alright. Let's have Musashi take him out.
いざなぎうんうん天正海を立つ行くぞ大剣士大剣豪大結界これが私の巌流島だ五輪爆上
これでも勝ちは勝ちだよな。
Okay, well, just 2 more to go. Okay, let's see now. What do we have here? Why don't we, just for shits and giggles, use Mr. Roma Dude?
世に見惚れたかうむうむこの正直者め見せ場任せるがよい夏の話題を独り占めだな
Okay, here we go. Nero, show what your ancestor what you can do.
マナーになっていない客よな劇場は海より近い見るがよいこれぞ誉れ歌うイルスクリアすなわち我がアーマンミッションである 見せ場任せるがよい
じゃあこういうのどうだつまんない連中だな他にやることないのじゃあこういうのどうだ
どうも 世界の果てまでも。
Let's go, Roma!
ああ、共に行こう。うん。はは。我が獅子より今こそいでよ。神たる力、光なる力、エルアストラードアストラ。
Damn! That was a beatdown.
過ぎたかもしれないね。
Here's the folks. Okay, sorry about that, folks. I was just checking something here.
Done and done. Confirmed. All hostiles have been eliminated. There are no longer any enemies between us and the Great Altar. And the Great Altar, it's just ahead. Although, I don't see Pepe here anymore either.
I'm sure we'll run into him again. You know how much he loves to help.
Yes, that's true. I'll have to make sure I thank him properly for all the help he's given us then.
Come then, let us be on our way. Twins, prepare the article. Right now, we have no way of knowing what has become of Queen Europa. Perhaps we will be able to rescue her first. Or perhaps we will need to do battle with Zeus first. At this point, we simply cannot say. We know, right, sister?
Leave it to us. We'll do whatever we have to in order to activate Aether.
If we're lucky, or is it unlucky, regardless, our showdown with Zeus is surely close at hand. I trust you already, ladies and gentlemen.
You don't gotta ask me. Just try and stop me from being the first one to that overgrown rain cloud's altar.
To the great altar.
Right, Master. Haha, at last I'll finally get to take down the big god. There, I'm pulling out all the stops for this one. Get ready, Zeus, because almighty omnipotent or whatever the hell you want to call yourself, I'm coming for your ass!
Alright. Are we now at the third one or the fourth one? Great altar.
先輩は入学式というもの慣れた頃ほど油断
Okay, we're at the fourth one. So we're fighting a rider. A rider and a berserker. Oh boy, this could get sticky. Let's see now. Against a rider, I need an assassin. But I want to take a risk and use a single target for this one. Oh, wrong one. Let me bring in my Scotty. Okay, let's see. Then we will we'll bring Jack as well. Who shall we bring? We don't have too many. Perhaps. Honestly, I don't know who to bring. Oh, we've got an alter ego. We could. I said alter ego. I'm sorry, Nero, but This isn't your battle here. We need an alter ego. Let's bring you. Alright. Here goes. Last segment, and then we call it a night/morning.
So this is Zeus's great altar.
Sorry.
I can see the sky from here, along with the Tree of Emptiness. I mean, Atlas, the World Tree. And I'm guessing that circular structure in front of the sky must be the Cronus Crown. Was that a bell?
Deity activating. Deity manifesting. Cronus Crown synchronization complete. Executing deity projection from Aletheia. Deity will manifest in altar zone automatically. Deity pseudo-form designation. Zeus. Manifesting, manifesting, manifesting. For their own well-being, all intelligences in the vicinity are encouraged to use mental protection.
The very air is shaking. Magical energy is concentrating up ahead. I can't get a read on it.
The sheer magical energy density is overwhelming. Even as a heroic spirit, it's enough to bowl me over.
I wish I could say I was shaking from excitement at the prospect of facing a tough opponent. But this pressure, this ferocity, it feels like the second coming of Vairocana. It's a cut above any demonic sword, demon, or demon king. So this is the most advanced being in this entire world. The other mechanical gods were a hell of a fight, but this sheer swirling power makes them look like nothing. This is the power of a divine spirit. No. He is, of course, an actual all-powerful god.
Here he comes. You have been granted an audience with the King of the Gods. Sorry, maybe I'll use Zeus as a thumbnail. This is neither a blessing nor cause for joy. Now, kneel. Kneel!
This pressure.
High gravity. So, the god of the heavens is even capable of controlling gravity itself. It's like the very air is pushing me down. I can't hold on. This pressure is insane. I can't even stand. Damn it.
Macarios! Don't worry, I'm not gonna bust your balls over failing to stand up to him. That's proper hero shit anyway. Aphrodite was a real piece of work in her own right, but I guess this proves all 12 Olympians are nothing but a bunch of cowards. If you want people to kneel before you, you're supposed to earn it with your own goddamn charisma. Alright, how do you like that? Way to go, Canis. If nothing else, you've definitely got spirit going for you. Guess I'd better get my act together if I don't want you showing me up, huh? Me too. I can't afford to lose to a single utterance. You lot are real cheeky bastards, aren't you? But then, I guess you'd have to be to try and slay a god.
I see. Athena, goddess of wisdom. Ares, god of war. Poseidon, god of the seas. They may not fully reside within you, but I can still see my compatriots' power infusing you. I see. So the same compatriots I once killed with my own hands have returned. I sense destiny at work in those gathered here. Very well then. Emissaries of proper human history who accompany my compatriots. I shall refrain from crushing you all at once. Now, answer me this. Why have you come here?
We came to stop you from executing Europa. Damn it, my legs. Macarios.
No, human children of Olympus, rest for now. The Graviton Baptism authority granted me by the divine Cronus crown is far too much for humans to bear. Come, catch your breath. Do not speak for the time being. My question is directed at you, Chaldeans. And you, heroic spirits of proper human history that accompany them. Why? Why have you come to my Lostbelt? To destroy every tree of emptiness and take back our world. The trees of emptiness and your world.
Yes, we were the last to survive, and we're here to take back our bleached white earth.
Earth. I see.
My whole body's being crushed.
Forgive me. My laugh is now the authority of laughter itself, you see. Indeed, you have answered my questions both directly and unwaveringly. Macarios, Adele, children of Nikos and Artemisia. I will grant you a reward. This reward is my grace, a symbol for commendation for your friend's bravery. You will be the ones to carry out the execution.
Execution?
You don't mean...
The revelation has already been decreed. Europa! A revelation has been imparted. Judgment has been passed. Life forms, humans, all those gathered here, give up your lives to the Almighty One. Zeus, our almighty ruler, the heavens incarnate. All of you as you wish. All is as you wish. Please speak to us.
Kill them. The Queen's mind is being controlled by the King of the Gods. She cannot hear us now. Be careful, she is no longer the kind mother figure we've met before.
Accept your fate and die. Stay right where you are. Do not bother to resist. Mere humans are no match for the giant soldier Lord Zeus has bestowed upon me. Lord Zeus.
Yes, kill them. Else they will kill you. Your fate is now in their hands, Queen Europa. Macarios, Adele, I will grant you exactly what it is you have wished for. I will not execute my queen. You will. There can be no refusal. This is your god's grace. Accept it and be grateful.
How can you possibly call that grace?
This is my grace.
It's even heavier than before.
Everything I provide for humans is grace, love, destiny, a fate all should accept. Come forth, Talos. Ah, that you again. Intruders detected. Ah, not you again. Initiating elimination.
Talos! Oh, right. We never defeated that thing with the black what's-it, so of course it'd fix itself and show up again.
Talos, the bronze giant, a monster Zeus himself bestowed upon Queen Europa. I must say, Zeus, your proper human history counterpart, would never have had such repulsive ulterior motives in giving a gift as you have here. In fact, I'll go one step further, vaunted leader of Olympus. You are a far smaller-minded and more petty god than the one we know.
Not bad. That was pretty cutting for you. Screw cutting. It's the truth, plain and simple. This god is pretty spiteful for a magnanimous deity. That said, I can't deny this is a worthy opponent, and hey, now I'll get a chance to make up for our piss-poor showing from last time. Yusaku, mash! Let's show this overgrown marionette what we've learned since the last time we saw him.
First we take out Talos, then we take back Europa.
Understood. Raising Ordinex's output and switching to combat mode. Preparing to engage enemy.
Here it comes. All right.
溺れたいみたいですね。古きルール、古きルール、浸らせてあげます。愛の炎を。
We'll take out Talos first.
どれにしようかな。どれにしようかな。満ち満ちる愛。愛はいいですよ。さあ、情欲の矢を放ちましょう。もはや私の体に全てはつながり虚空と果てる。サンサーラカーマ。
Hey, I charmed the giant. Good job, Kama.
喜んでくれますか。どうにかなっちゃう。無限を照らすアーマー。さあ、頑張りましょうよ。浸らせてあげます。古きルール、みちみち、はいはい。
Let's take out Talos.
さあ、情欲の矢を放ちましょう。もはや私の体に全てはつながり虚空と果てる。サンサーラカーマ。無偏罪を与えます。
い脆い。
My Talos.
いくらでもどうぞ。
Hey.
古きルール。
Oh, she got MP sealed. Oh, that's a huge help. No, we'll save that one.
みちみち。はいはい。サンサーナカーマ。私の中でどうか無限にまどろんで。どうにかな、どうにかな。無限を照らすアーバー。いくらでもどうぞ。
ゼウス様、参ります。参ります。
いくらでもどうぞ。
参ります。
Oh, it's about time we finish this.
煩悩無料。はいはい。さあ、情欲の矢を放ちましょう。もはや私の体に全てはつながり虚空と果てる。サンサーラカーマ。
Ayo. Woo.
何か踏んでしまったかな。
That was easy. Hey, got more of these. Alrighty then. Let me see. Okay, folks. That about ends it for this segment, though. We did a lot of fighting and all that stuff, and I'm guessing the next one we're fighting a ruler, so we're probably gonna be fighting Zeus right after, though. So I think probably tonight after I get off work, I'll see if I can stream again. But we'll see what happens, though. But in any case, though, I want to thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll see you guys again next time. Alright, take care.